Welcome to another In Wheel Time podcast.
From Woody's 6th Annual Waterfront Rod and Custom Car Show, it's the In Wheel Time Car Talk Show. Just ahead, another big shot at today's event. That'd be you, AJ. I said big shot.
But he's not wearing a monitor.
No, he's not right now. Jeff has the cruise-in calendar and the events calendar, and we'll have the stories making automotive news headlines. Howdy, along with Mike out of this world, Mars. Yay. We always need more Jeff Zekin. Our chief engineer and freak show is Jeff is David Ainsley. I'm Don Armstrong. No, I'm not. But glad you could join us at any rate. Have we seen them walk by yet?
No.
Okay, still.
I'm looking.
All right, please do.
Mike's on patrol.
In the studio with us, the remote studio, we have from the Good Grub and Gears Car Show and Fall Festival, the man, the myth, the legend, the Mr. Know-It-All, Mr. Space City Corvette Club, and today's not wearing those cutoff shorts like he usually does. Ladies and gentlemen, it's AJ Loupe.
Man, you are on fire this morning.
Fire water.
Somebody's trying to put it out, and I'm trying to let them because it's.
Is that coming from those funny little drinks y'all have right here on the
front?
Well,
I'm probably part of it. No?
Yeah. No?
Matter of fact, I'm trying to work on Jeff's half drink.
Right.
That he said I can't drink anymore.
Yeah.
So I'll swallow this down while you're talking. Okay.
Okay.
I came to your show last year for the first time.
That's correct. You sure did.
And when we'd had these conversations before, you said, Don, you really need to come down there and check it out. I think you'll really like it. How many times have I heard that? I'm a car guy. We go to car shows all the time. You go to car shows. We all go to car shows. But I will tell you, that car show really impressed me.
Well, thank you.
And granted, the cars are great. I love that. But, dude, the venue.
I don't know. That's what does it.
I agree. I mean, it is probably one of the best venues ever. A beautiful park that's roomy enough to put a bunch of cars underneath those beautiful oak trees down there. Gazebo, and I keep thinking of Mayberry RFD.
Huh.
And it's just a great setting and a great community. Love Friendswood. Everybody loves Friendswood. And at any rate, we're looking forward to your show. How many shows does this make?
This will make
12th annual?
12th annual, which is hard to believe. If it doesn't seem like it's been that long, but time flies when you're having fun.
You've been doing it since the beginning?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Since the very beginning. Put the first one on.
With the Corvette Club?
With the Corvette Club, and it was kind of unique because we always did our spring car show was always Corvettes only. And I noticed that our fall car show 12 years ago was kind of like a redheaded stepchild. It just wasn't really. So I convinced them that let's just do an open class car show.
Yeah.
And that's when the Good Grub and Gears came about, and we've been doing it ever since. And it benefits Mr. Miller with Texas EquiSearch. And last year we had 253 cars when you came out there. And we also raised $100,000 for Tim Miller, Texas EquiSearch. What a great!
I hope he's going to be there. I want to meet him.
He should be there. He's usually there in the morning times for a couple hours, and then he kind of just slips away.
Yeah.
But I will make sure that we have him out there.
Yeah, we would love to talk to him. By the way.
Yeah, absolutly. He's a
star.
He's a living legend.
Yeah, he
Mr.
is.
Miller.
He started the search group back after his daughter died, and he's been after it ever since. And
40 years.
Yeah,
and
it's
that
hard
was
to believe.
A couple weeks
years.
ago. 40 years. I think it was last month. It was 40 years.
Yeah,
which is hard to believe too.
Well, at any rate, let's talk about the cars.
Sure.
Sponsored by Bayway Chevrolet. We're going to be there, and thank you for inviting us to come down there.
Oh, absolutely.
We appreciate that.
Tickled to death to have you guys. It's going to be a blast. Y'all going to enjoy it.
Who's Texas Splish Splash?
Texas Splish Splash is a car wash detail place there on Nassau Road 1. It's next to Mamacita's. They have a second location that's in Pearland. And Jim Eberly, the owner, has always been a sponsor for.
He's one of the Eberly brothers?
Well, he's not one of the Eberly brothers. Eberly.
Oh, Eberly.
Eberly.
Well, it depends on how many cocktails you've had.
That's exactly right. Apparently, I need to have some of that down here.
Here you go.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm good.
I don't have any disease or anything.
No,
okay.
I'm good.
You all right?
No, but, so he's been a longtime sponsor. Let's see, Bayway Chevrolet, Excessive Racing, Creative Custom Classics, Tent World, Milwaukee Tools will be out there. I'm trying to think who are some of our other bigger
We'll be
sponsors.
out there.
Y'all are going to be out there. That's going to be the main attraction, right?
Yeah, that's what it is.
That's right.
Either that or everybody's going to go, why did you invite them?
I know, right?
We could have had nice music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I was talking to Mike earlier. We're going to have y'all in the pavilion, which is going to be far away from the music, so I think it's going to be a great setup.
Oh, good.
You'll like it. I'll walk it with Mike Pryor.
We're going to like it or not.
No, you're going to love it.
Okay.
It's going to be great.
Appreciate it. All right, let's talk about the cars. What do you typically get down there? Obvious, you're going to get some Corvettes. A lot of Corvettes?
We are going to get Corvettes, but I hate to say it, but I want to see anything but a Corvette that day.
Yeah.
I want to see the Camaros, the Mustangs, the Cadillacs, the Lincolns, the Pontiacs.
We
trucks,
love American
Jeeps.
made.
Yep, absolutely.
We love American made, but if everybody's invited,
Oh, yeah, we have
then we could have something like this here at JDM.
Yeah, we have an import class. We have 46 judge classes. So we've got imports. We've got 46 judge classes. So
I hope you got a bevy full of judges.
we do.
And
they'll
who
be
are the
busy.
judges?
They're local guys, and some of the guys from the Friendswood Spring Car Show help, and then some of our club members help, and then we have some outside, long-time, just car guys that are going to be there to help.
I'll never forget the first time that I was asked to judge a show. I had no clue what I was doing.
Yeah.
Do you have classes for the judges that don't know what they're doing?
We have a judges meeting. And the guys that they've been doing it for a long time,
Yeah.
so they know what to look for.
Yeah.
And it's largely in part based on cleanliness. You know, if you come out with two cars that are identical and one of them's dirty and the other one's not, well, guess which one's going to win?
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
It's funny because back in the day when I started doing all this stuff a long time ago, there was no real classes for a judge.
Right.
You knew somebody at the show that happened once a year, and it all kind of lined up. You knew what you were looking for. There was a certain segment of cars that showed up. But when you have an open car show like this,
Right.
it's all different kinds and classes, and you have to have just a general knowledge of what you're looking for. Are the gaps the same? Are the gaps close? What's the paint like? What's the attention to detail? How do the door jambs look? What's under the hood? How does the engine presentation look?
That's correct.
Are the hood springs clean? It's stupid stuff like that that divides a good car from a not-so-good car.
Right. That's exactly
And
right.
as long as you're aware of things like that, for the most part, unless you get to some high-end Pebble Beach thing,
Right.
then you're gonna make it do.
Oh, yeah.
And some of these guys that are really high-end, that's what they do for a living.
Mm-hmm.
And I give them credit. I mean, what a great job that would be.
Right.
But-
I would be scared to death to drive those kind of cars.
Yeah,
though.
well,
I mean,
there's that. Yes, all of those usually are trailered in.
Yep. That's
But
true.
yeah,
And we do have some of those. That come
yeah,
in
and
through.
listen, I have a respect for that because at one time I had a car that I trailered, and I swore I'd never do that again.
Yeah. Yeah, I've got a car. I've got a 72 Pontiac Le Mans Sport GT convertible. It'll be out there.
Is that a trailer car?
It's not a trailer car, but it is, if that makes sense. I don't
Yes.
trailer it, but I drive it. But I just drive it local. And I think the last time I drove it was for this car show, and I didn't even take it.
And you don't
even drive it in.
And you don't drive it on rainy days.
No, sir. Not
What
at
an
all.
absolute nightmare it is to clean up after you've driven it on a rainy street.
It's hard to keep them clean without getting them on the road when
That's
when
right.
they've been rained
Yeah,
on. So
yeah.
for sure, yeah, that's it's just a lot of work.
Are you thinking of something else right now?
What's that?
Are you thinking of something else right now?
Well, no, I was just thinking that
You were thinking.
Yeah, which is a problem sometimes. If y'all smell something, that's what it is. Yeah. But if you wanted more information on the car show, you can go to secc.info and you can register your car, and you can also make a cash donation. And like last year, Space City Corvette Club is matching all cash donations up to $20,000.
Did he change the subject? He changed the subject, didn't he?
And we also have it on our website.
Are you?
Yes,
are
y'all
you?
have been-
I think
y'all
Mars
have
is
been-
talking over here, David.
I think it's
Yeah.
off again.
Yeah.
It needs to be.
I was going to say that the information, you can't register on our website, but it will take you to
Take
your
you-
website.
okay,
We
good.
have information on there.
Thank you.
If you
We've
have
done
to go
all
there
sorts
first.
of magic for you.
Good. Thank you.
Yeah.
It's greatly appreciated.
Yeah.
All goes to a good cause. You
Now,
know,
is it pre-registration?
yes, sir. Pre-registration, and we prefer that because the day of, it helps the ladies at the registration
So
table.
much going on the day of.
Oh, it is. It's insane. From the time that thing gets started, to the time it ends. And I always tell people I'm not only the president, but I'm the car show director. So when the car show is over and the awards are done and people are driving off, my job's not done.
And you volunteered to do this?
Well,
have you lost your mind?
Well, you would think a long time ago I did, and it really kind of got into it by mistake. Our former
it's funny
president.
how that works.
It really is. He said they needed help, and I'm in the general meeting, and I'm like looking around, and nobody's like raising their hand. So like I was in class, and I raised my hand. I'm like, see me after the meeting. What do you need? And he tells me what he needs. So I just went down to litany. I'm like, okay, I can take care of that. I can do that.
All of that's yours.
Yeah. So then next thing I know, they give me this appreciation plaque at the membership meeting, and I was touched by that. Yeah. So I'm like, you know what? I think these guys need some help. So that's when I kind of jumped in, but I didn't just jump in a little bit. I jumped in head first. And that first car show for Good Grub and Gears, we raised $18,000 for St. Jude's, and we had 143 cars. So it broke all of our previous records, and then it's just continued to grow from there.
You did such a good job. We're going to reward you by letting you keep doing it.
Yeah, we're going to keep letting you do it for free. So twice nothing is still nothing, right?
Yeah.
But it's the platform I use to give back because I think we're better served when we serve others.
And I know that you appreciate the fact that you wouldn't have guys come back and want to be in the show again if you didn't do it right.
Exactly.
Because you know how it works.
Oh, yeah.
If it's a bad show and things don't go, you don't have to win, but just do it the right way.
Right.
If you do it the right way and you don't win, I got appreciation for that. But if you do it the wrong way, it just is bad.
Absolutely.
So, I saw Tim Spell here. Do you know Tim Spell?
I can't say that.
Tim Spell is a fabulous writer, automotive writer.
Oh.
Used to be with the Texas Auto Writers Association, where Mike and I met him. He used to write for the Houston Post. And so every time that there was a Houston Auto Show, he would write the insert in the Sunday paper, the whole thing, which is probably 15, 20 pages worth.
Wow.
He would write the whole thing. Very talented guy. He lives down here. And somewhere, as he hasn't gone home to take a nap, he's wandering around here. Great guy. You need to get to know him.
Do you need an ankle monitor?
He probably does.
Is there one for sale?
There's one behind you.
No, they're giving them out free.
Yeah.
They're free monitors.
I'm bad. I'm bad.
You're good.
David's got it. David's always got us covered.
Yeah.
Thank God for David.
Okay.
So I look forward to having you guys out there next week.
Yeah. Well, you say that now. This show's not over with yet.
Yeah. Well,
have we created a little bit of doubt in your mind?
No.
Nah, come on, just a little bit.
A lot.
No. We created a lot of doubt in his mind.
Worst case scenario, we're going to have fun.
Are there some guys down there that we know? Hopefully, some cars that we haven't seen yet.
Oh, I'm sure there's going to be some cars out there you haven't seen. When you talked about Corvettes, we'll have the 53, which is production number 32. It'll be there. We'll have the first V8 Corvette.
Is it white?
It's white.
Yeah.
They were all white. The
I
first
know.
300,
That's
all
why
white.
I'm asking.
Yep. Yes, sir. And then we'll have the first V8 Corvette, which is a it's
55.
It's Harvest Gold. Looks like
I've
a pale
seen it.
yellow with the green.
Yeah.
And
you
actually
showed
got
it
to
down
drive
there
that
at
car.
the Galveston.
Oh, yeah, there's pictures. That's one of the pictures we put up on ours.
Right. I actually got to drive that car 3 weeks ago to a gala, and I was like holding my breath, praying to God that
nobody
was
hits it.
Yes, I'm like, don't even sneeze, look this way.
Yeah.
Right. But when we got to the event, I know the owner real well, and he doesn't mind people like taking pictures. So all the ladies were in these evening gowns, taking pictures with the car. And it was priceless. We had a new one and the 55, and everybody went over to the 55.
Absolutely.
like the new one.
Yeah, you can see the new one anywhere.
Yeah, exactly. So, and then I'm hoping he's going to be there. It's a 67 Tornado. Y'all have seen the car.
Yeah.
John Harden with Creative Custom Classics did the car. It was one of George Barris's.
Oh, yeah.
He's been out here.
Yeah. He's been out here.
We had him on the air last year.
Yeah, he was.
By the way, I have a request.
Sure.
So if you can get my Corvette in a place that I can get out of there after the show,
we can do that. I mean, like, in other words, like, you could just take off whenever you want to leave.
No,
before the show?
after this show.
After this show, we packed up at 7 instead of waiting until
when are the awards?
Awards are at 3, but if you guys get where I'm going to put y'all can pack up quietly and just
drift
Can I put the car?
Yes, sir.
Can I put my car by us?
Sure.
Okay.
Absolutely.
All right. Then I'll bring the
work all
car.
that. Good. You've been promising that for 12 years. So I am not going to hold my breath. But if you do, I might go into cardiac arrest. I don't know.
There's that. So that's my plan.
Okay.
And even if it rains, as long as it's not raining,
No,
drive it there.
Don't even say that word out loud.
I know.
It's going to be like this. This is what we have ordered when we go on the remotes.
There you go. Well, if that's the case, it's going to be like ants to a picnic. It's going to be great.
Beautiful. All right.
Yeah.
That's the way we like it.
Well, thanks for stopping by and talking
Guys,
to us.
thank y'all very much for everything. Look forward to having y'all. Hope
Love
I
you,
don't
brother.
regret that.
Take care of yourself.
to it.
Good Gub and Greers.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Car Show and Fall Festival. By golly, it's going to be Saturday, October 12th. Go to inwheeltime.com. We got a link to get yourself registered and find out more information.
And the first 25 people get an ankle monitor. There you go.
All right. We'd love to hear from you, and I want to remind you also that the In Wheel Time Car Talk Show is coming to you live from Woody's Waterfront Rod and Custom Car Show and Topwater Grill, San Leon, Texas. You can get a hold of us anytime. Address is info@inwheeltime.com. Let's take a break, shall we?
Yep.
Back after this.
The original group of Loupe Tortilla restaurants will have you telling your family and friends just what the original recipe means when it comes to the best fajitas in Southeast Texas. Founder Stan Holt invites you to visit the first Loupe Tortilla near I-10 and Highway 6. Here is the original house that inspired the design of all the rest and the original charm that helped make Loupe Tortilla the go-to destination for Houston Tex-Mex. Nothing can compete with the original lime pepper marinade that everyone will agree makes Loupe Tortilla award-winning beef fajitas the best anywhere. Loupe Tortilla Katy is another location that gives you the same quality and service Houstonians have come to expect at Loupe's. It's located on 99 the Grand Parkway at Kingsland Boulevard in Katy. Find yourself in Aggieland? Head to the Loupe Tortilla in College Station. Located just around the corner from Kyle Field, it's a great place to enjoy those famous frozen margaritas before or after the game. Going to Louisiana, the Loupe Tortilla in Beaumont is on I-10, so you can't miss it. The original group of Loupe Tortilla restaurants has the best Tex-Mex anywhere, and you're invited anytime. Your car is a direct reflection of you, so don't be satisfied with color fade or a dingy, dull appearance. Get rid of those terrible automated car wash scratches. Gulf Coast Auto Shield is your Save the Paint company. John Gray and his team of detailing experts can help your cars finish without a full repaint. Searching for the real experts in window tint or windshield protection? Gulf Coast Auto Shield. Dash cams, radar detectors? Gulf Coast Auto Shield. Got a new car? Get that thing protected as soon as you take delivery. If you don't know which of the multitude of protection products to go with, John Gray will give you an honest opinion and won't sell you something you don't need or can't afford. John will help you understand the many options and pricing right on the spot. He's your guy to have your ride looking its best and protected too. See the state-of-the-art shop yourself. Free tours anytime. Gulf Coast Auto Shield is easy to get to, located just south of the Southwest Freeway on the Sam Houston Parkway. Gulf Coast Auto Shield, full-service luxury car care today, and online at gcautoshield.com.
What? Did I do something wrong? Okay. Welcome back to the In Wheel Time Car Talk Show. It's time now for the cruise-in and events calendars. And Jeffrey Zekin has those.
I have that right here. Now, we're all at San Leon down here, so that's going to be a wonderful event. If you're not down here, you're missing it. It's really, really cool. So we've got Galveston County Cigars Lions Club Car Show. That's coming up next Saturday from 8 to 2 p.m. They're trying to raise about $5,000 for Seeing Eye Dog programs to include the Astros organization as well. That's at Walter Hall Park. You enter the north entrance in League City. That goes from 8 to 2 next Saturday. You've got the Fall Open Car Show. That takes place October 5th. Coming up next weekend in Spring, Texas. Registrations from 9 a.m. to 11:30. And the awards start that afternoon about 2 p.m. That's at 2043 Interstate 45 North in Spring, Texas. And then you got a Sunday event, which is the Halloween Classic Car Show at the National Museum of Funeral History. So it's going to be a pretty quiet event. Takes place October 5th from 10 to 3, and attendees are encouraged to dress up and bring a trick-or-treat bag for the kids for a trunk or treat.
I'm already dressed.
All right, cool. And then, of course, you've got this going on right now, and then we've got some stuff coming up with the Corvettes that we talked about.
Oh, we got the Good Grub.
Good Grub. Good
and Gears
Grub
Car Show. You got
Grub.
that?
You got that one right there. Yeah, we just did that.
Okay, good.
Cool.
All right. By the way, we are at Topwater Grill. The address is 815 Avenue O for In San Leon, Texas.
Avenue O.
No, not Leon. It's Leon. So this show goes until 4 o'clock this afternoon. If you're looking for something to do, come on down. Got some great-looking cars here. If you want to show your ride, bring it on down here. I think $30 will get you in. You can be in competition.
It's $30.
What did you say, Mars?
I said if you bring your car and enter it, it's $30. But if you just want to come and take a look, it's free. Come on
We
down.
always like looking.
I do too.
You sure?
Yes, sir. I got those glasses that had the little mirrors.
Yeah, you got those X-ray glasses that
Yes.
you bought online or from
The back of the comic book.
yeah. Biden administration's proposed ban on Chinese connected car technology could prove its strongest weapon yet to fend off an onslaught of cheap Chinese electric vehicles.
Those two.
That has upended the global auto industry. The ban on hardware and software announced September 23rd by the U.S. Commerce Department is the administration's latest salvo. That is the laundry detergent, isn't it? After imposing 100% tariffs on Chinese EVs and denying a $7,500 consumer EV subsidy to any vehicle with made-in-China components. Ow. Unlike those measures, the connected car tech prohibition would apply even to cars built by Chinese companies outside China, such as in Mexico or Europe, where they're planning factories. Few Chinese-made vehicles are currently sold in the U.S., and none from Chinese brands yet. Monday's action aims to keep it that way by closing loopholes, according to U.S. commerce officials. Yikes. That's pretty heavy-duty stuff there. We're
Yep.
talking about billions and billions of dollars. Okay. The steel industry is kind of shaky right now, especially here in the United States, because of the impending sale of the big steel company
US
up
Steel.
there in Pittsburgh. Well, the U.S. auto industry is a keen self-interest in ensuring continued supplies of steel, one of the industry's most vital raw materials and the substance at the heart of what in other times would be a relatively uncontroversial proposed acquisition of U.S. Steel by Nippon Steel. According to the Washington Post, reporting in early September, the Biden administration was preparing to block the $14.9 billion acquisition on national security grounds, despite the fact that Nippon is headquartered in Japan, one of the nation's staunchest and most important allies, and has its own long history of operating in the United States. Nippon's proposed acquisition is opposed by the United Steelworkers. Wisely, the Committee on Foreign Investment in the United States, which by law must review the proposed acquisition, extended its review period by another 3 months on September 21st meeting. No decision will be made until after the November 5th election. So that's the thing that's all up in the air and got a lot of people really nervous.
It impacts the automobile industry, the building trades. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that's you got to think about.
The fallout.
Yes. Are we
done
keeping you awake?
Are we done with the show yet?
No, not yet.
No,
we got
not
2
yet.
more hours.
Stellantis is laying off 200 workers at Sterling Heights Assembly in suburban Detroit, where it builds the Ram 1500. The total includes all of the plant's 177 temporary workers, which Stellantis calls supplementals, and 14 full-time employees. Stellantis says the supplemental employees were seasonal workers hired to support production by covering for increased vacation usage during the summer months. Sure.
Yeah.
They'll be separated from the company effective October 1st in accordance with the 2023 UAW collective bargaining agreement, according to the company. Full-time worker layoffs go into effect September the 28th.
Man.
And it just continues with Stellantis. In August, Stellantis said it would indefinitely lay off as many as 2,450 workers at the nearby Warren truck plant, as it ends production of the Ram 1500 Classic pickup to focus on the Jeep Wagoneer SUV. Let's see.
That's a mistake.
How many Wagoneer SUVs as opposed to the Classic Ram 1500 are they making? My guess is they're making a lot more of the classics because they use the classics as work trucks. It's last model's model.
Right.
Not the current one. And they're making money off of it. Why wouldn't you continue to build it?
Well, they're going to
Same
use the pickup
reason
trucks
you
to
don't continue making Hellcats that you sell every one of them.
Well,
They
they're
don't
going to give
make those
everybody a
anymore.
pickup
That's what I'm
truck so they
saying.
can clean their desks out. And they can load up all their stuff.
This guy's going to be fired.
Yeah.
The CEO?
Yeah.
I thought I read something that they were already looking for another
They are.
CEO.
But the excuse is that, well, we do that every 2 years anyway. It's a review.
Horse hockey.
How does that review work? Tell me.
Yeah.
That guy is out. You kidding?
That's how
All the people
that's how
that
Sergio stayed there, 20 years or something another? Yeah, every 2 years. My butt.
I don't want to see that.
No. Every 2 years
I'll
even.
show you.
No, I know you will. And by the way, for all of us AM radio fans, of which there are a few left but still some, here's a story for us. The AM Radio for Every Vehicle Act has advanced after a U.S. House panel voted on September 18th to move it along, Buster.
Move it.
The bill, first reported to the U.S. Senate in September of 23, requires the Department of Transportation to mandate that all new passenger vehicles include devices for accessing AM broadcast stations. Mm-hmm. Vehicles are increasingly produced without first-generation radio broadcast technology. And advocates for AM radio argue it is essential for reaching people in weather emergencies. Some also say AM radio fills a unique cultural role as a longtime home for sports broadcasts and talk shows. Hello. I listen to AM radio all the time. I listen to FM as well, but I listen to both. So unless you're going to put all that stuff that's on AM over on FM, I need AM. As a matter of fact, I drove a car. I'm not going to tell you what it was. I'll tell you when it's time. But I drove a car that did not have AM. I was ticked.
Did you?
I did. It may be on HD, but can you get the HD in the car? Not on all cars. So there's that. So don't go messing with what I got. All right. Now how are we looking?
I think we're looking.
Oh, good. I got
He's
time.
going to make you a
time.
balloon hat
So
here in a
the
minute.
Stellantis conversation now is going to continue. Mars.
Yo!
Stellantis chairman John Elkann
Uh-oh.
has started a search for a successor to CEO Carlos Tavares.
Yeah.
Wasn't there a boy band named Tavares back in the day
I
whose
don't know.
contract runs out in early 2026? The automaker confirmed the decision in response to questions from Bloomberg News, adding that it's part of regular succession planning. BS. Pressure on Tavares is rising due to Stellantis' poor performance in markets, including the U.S., its biggest single profit pool. In the U.S., the Jeep and Chrysler maker is struggling with high levels of inventories, quality issues, and declining market share. Company stock has slumped more than 1/3 this year. Ow!
Yeah.
So with that in mind, it's time now for a quick break. We'd love to hear from you. Just shoot us an email. The address is info@inwheeltime.com. More of the In Wheel Time Car Talk Show after this quick break.
Pro-Am Auto Accessories has been serving Houston's auto enthusiasts since 1984, providing world-class products for sports cars, European sedans, and American muscle. Pro-Am is known as the place to go to find exclusive and hard-to-find parts and accessories. Pro-Am is one of the very first distributors in the USA for brands such as Recaro, Redline, Momo, Corbo, and Simpson. Located in the heart of Houston's premier retail and service corridor, the Galleria area, Pro-Am's walk-in storefront includes an 8,000-square-foot warehouse, showroom, and installation bays. Pro-Am not only sells parts and accessories, but also offers installation and service. Pro-Am is now reaching a worldwide audience through Pro-Am.com, taking its local reputation to the rest of the world. At Pro-Am Auto, you'll be dealing with a small group of professionals who truly want to help you with your automotive needs. If you don't see what you're looking for on the website, call and Pro-Am will lend you a hand. Pro-Am Auto, 6125 Richmond at Green Ridge in Houston's Galleria area. Call them at 713-781-7755. The In Real Time Fall Tour begins Saturday, September 28th at Woody's 6th Annual Waterfront Rod and Custom Car Show. There'll be awards for Best Truck, Rat Rod, Import, Paint, Engine, Interior, and Best of Show. It happens at the Topwater Grill in San Leon, Texas, where the backdrop of Galveston Bay will be one for your car scrapbook. Registration is $30 per car on site. Visitors are free 8 to 4, Saturday, September 28th. It's Woody's 6th Annual Waterfront Rod and Custom Car Show at Topwater Grill in San Leon, Texas. The In Real Time Fall Remote Tour continues Saturday, October 12th from 8:30 to 3 at the Good Grub and Gears Car Show and Fall Festival, hosted by the Space City Corvette Club. See up to 300 cars under the trees in beautiful Stevenson Park in Friendswood. Competitors register online. Proceeds benefit Texas EquiSearch. Showgoers are free and will see all makes and models of the finest rides around at this judged event. It's Saturday, October 12th, 8:30 to 3 at the Good Grub and Gears Car Show and Fall Festival at Stevenson Park in Friendswood. The In Real Time broadcast is sponsored by Emmons Autoplex on FM 528 near the Gulf Freeway in Webster. That's it for this podcast episode of the In Real Time Car Show. I'm Don Armstrong, inviting you to join us for our live show every Saturday morning on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and our InRealTime.com website. Podcasts are available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, iHeart Podcast, Podcast Addict, TuneIn, Pandora, and Amazon Music. Keep listening, and we'll see you soon.